properly care for the...
And the U.S. say Iraq has failed to account for its weapons of mass destruction. Much of the West is being hammered by the weather. Tornadoes there too, as well as wind and snow and avalanche, and it may not end for months. The FBI agent who would not record a man suspected of terrorism. An ABC News investigation. A new report says too many video games are focused on violence against women. We'll take a closer look. And so much beauty in a tiny thing. We mean the snowflake. The farther out there they are, the more delicate they are.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening, everyone. This was a bad day for the United Nations, for the United States, and certainly for Iraq. 2 weeks ago, Iraq turned in a 12,000-page report to the UN, which Iraq said proved it no longer had weapons of mass destruction. Today, the UN and the Bush administration said the Iraqi document was not enough. The UN weapons inspectors were fairly polite about it. We have not gotten what we need, they said. The Bush team was much tougher. Iraq has totally failed. The Secretary of State, Colin Powell, said Iraq is lying, and if it continues to do so, there will be no peaceful solution. The chief UN weapons inspector, Hans Blix, told the press what he and his colleagues had just told the UN Security Council.
An opportunity was missed in the declaration to give a lot of evidence. The absence of that evidence means, of course, that one cannot have confidence that there do not remain weapons of mass destruction.
Mr. Blix and Mohammed El Baradei of Egypt, who runs the nuclear inspection team, said Iraq had failed to answer several critical questions. How much anthrax has Iraq actually produced? Was it all destroyed, as Iraq says? Why did Iraq import aluminum tubes, which could be used in a nuclear weapons program? Where is the evidence that Iraq has destroyed its chemical stockpile? Nobody is saying that war is imminent. But we go to the White House now and ABC's Terry Moran. And Terry, an attack on Iraq is still as much a part of the picture as ever.
It certainly is, Peter. That grim U.S. assessment of the Iraqi declaration was paired with statements that the president still wants to work with the UN and inspectors. But officials also made clear the time for a peaceful resolution of this crisis is running out. In Washington, Secretary of State Powell delivered the administration's verdict.
Saddam Hussein has so far responded to this final opportunity with a new lie.
Accusing Baghdad of flagrant omissions in its 12,000-page declaration, Powell issued the formal U.S. charge. Iraq has violated the latest UN resolution.
The pattern of systematic holes and gaps in Iraq's declaration is not the result of accidents or editing oversights or technical mistakes. These are material omissions that, in our view, constitute another material breach.
After the public statements, the U.S. released a catalog of what officials say are omissions in the declaration, including any explanation of why Iraq is making high-energy fuel suitable only for long-range missiles that Baghdad is prohibited from possessing, and a fuller description of mobile refrigeration vehicles and food testing laboratories, which the U.S. suspects are biological weapons labs. The U.S. ambassador to the UN, John Negroponte.
We think that the pressure has to be kept on them to provide this full and complete accounting that obviously, in what we've seen so far, is completely lacking.
But other Security Council members, including Russia, said the U.S. had still not provided evidence to back up its claims.
To say that we know, but we wouldn't tell you, is not something which is persuasive, frankly speaking. It's not a poker game when you hold your cards and call others bluff.
The administration's focus will now shift to the inspectors. Officials say the U.S. will now provide the inspectors with some intelligence information to help them get more aggressive, and they'll pressure the inspectors to interview Iraqi scientists out of Iraq. But, Peter, at the same time, that huge U.S. military buildup in the Persian Gulf will continue to accelerate.
Thanks, Terry. It's going to be a tough phase the next few weeks. The Iraqis said today there was no material breach of their agreement with the United Nations. The deputy ambassador to the UN, Mohammed Salman, said the U.S. claims were a sham designed to provide cover for war. The Iraqis have always insisted that the Bush administration intends to attack them no matter what. ABC's Dan Harris in Baghdad tonight gave us a quick briefing just a little while ago.
Peter, the Iraqis tonight dismissed allegations that their weapons report is full of holes as baseless and exaggerated. Dr. Amr al-Sadi, one of Saddam Hussein's closest advisors, calmly blamed the entire uproar on the United States.
We're not worried. It's the other party that is worried because there is nothing that they can pin on us.
Dr. al-Sadi was asked whether Saddam Hussein will actually let the United Nations weapons inspectors take Iraqi scientists out of the country for interviews. He ducked the question, saying we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Peter?
Thank you, Dan. Dan Harris in Baghdad. So what happens next? No one is quite sure. We do know that on the 1st of January, Iraq is required to tell the UN the names of the scientists who are believed to have run the nuclear, biological, and chemical programs. On the 27th of January, the weapons inspectors will report to the UN Security Council again. And by mid-February, the U.S. military buildup in the region is expected to be complete, which means if the U.S. wants to attack then, it could. In Mississippi today, a tornado hit a Walmart store in the town of Newton. There were a lot of Christmas shoppers. It also plowed into a furniture factory. About 50 people have been injured, 2 of them critically, many in their cars. This is the latest assault from the weather, which has been getting progressively worse, especially in the west. ABC's Neil Karlinski reports on the west tonight from San Francisco.
In California today, high surf closed roads and dangerous winds slowed traffic across San Francisco's Bay Bridge.
I've had enough up to here.
In towns to the east, residents were sandbagging to protect their homes from the expected flooding. And in Napa, store owner Rod Kirkland, who has suffered through his share of storms already this year, isn't happy to face another.
We have this little mark here to remind me. The water came up this high, which is about 42 inches.
Today's powerful storm is the second damaging system just this week. Already, residents have suffered through hurricane-force winds up to 100 miles per hour, 26 inches of rain along the coast, and 6 to 9 feet of snow in the mountains.
In an El Nino winter in California, we do expect above normal rainfall and snowfall, and that's what we've seen so far.
Here in San Francisco, the biggest threat is flooding, not only to streets but homes, now that the ground is saturated after back-to-back storms.
And the rain isn't letting up yet. The latest storm will last at least another 24 hours. Forecasters say San Francisco can expect up to 50% more rain than normal for the next 3 months. All thanks to El Nino. Neil Karlinski, ABC News, San Francisco.
There was bad news today for the Republican leader in the Senate, Trent Lott of Mississippi. The accusations of racism against him have led many Republicans to think that he is a liability to the party, and now he has a serious competitor for the top job in the Senate. ABC's Linda Douglas joins us. Linda, in brief, who is it and why is it a big deal?
Well, Senator Bill Frist of Tennessee is calling around senators to see if he's got enough of them supporting him to challenge Lott, and he says he is willing to do so. Many senators say this is a breakthrough. Now they have an alternative candidate. He's supported by Lott's main rival, Don Nichols of Oklahoma. He's a surgeon. He headed the Republican campaign committee for the Senate. The White House likes him. This is a very serious challenge to Senator Lott, Peter.
Many thanks, Linda Douglas on Capitol Hill. Brief. In California today, civil liberties in the campaign against terrorism. About 100 people are in jail, arrested this week for allegedly not having their immigration papers in order. The men had all volunteered to register with the Immigration and Naturalization Service as part of a new anti-terrorism program. Now they say they have been victims of entrapment. ABC's Brian Rooney reports from Los Angeles.
Some of the men who lined up on Monday to register said they were happy to do it.
I think it's fair. I don't mind. They're protecting here the countries.
But hundreds unexpectedly were taken into custody for background checks or because they were in violation of their immigration status. Protesters gathered in front of the INS and said they felt betrayed.
They lied to us.
Most of the detainees are Iranian-born, including the 16-year-old son of this woman, who is a U.S. citizen. She's being told the boy will be deported for overstaying his visa, although he has applied for permanent residence.
I gave him to immigration office. They arrested 16 years old, my son, innocent son.
One lawyer has 40 clients who were detained.
Precedent has been that when you file certain paperwork with the INS, you're in safe haven until your adjustment interview, until you can get your green card.
Farah Shivai's husband had filed for a green card.
Yes, he was born in Iran, but he didn't have Iranian nationality. He's a Swedish.
Kayan Nouri was put in a cell with 80 men.
If they ask me to go for fingerprints again or interview again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Should I trust them?
The Justice Department says less than 100 men are still in custody. They won't say why they detain people who came to them voluntarily. Brian Rooney, ABC News, Los Angeles.
When we come back this evening, some of the day's other news, the Muslim FBI agent investigating other Muslims. Accusations that he didn't do his job properly, an ABC News investigation. A new report today about the video games that celebrate violence against women. We'll take a closer look at the possible impact on the children this Christmas.
Whoever tells the stories defines the culture. Well, for this generation of kids, their major storytellers are video games.
And at the end of the broadcast tonight, the secrets of the snowflakes, Robert Krulwich on the science and the romance.
This is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings. Brought to you by Caltrate.
By the time you reach 50, if all you're doing is wishing for good health, good luck. To help put the odds in your favor, have your bones checked, get a colonoscopy, and if you're not already taking Caltrate, start. The same Caltrate shown in a clinical study to help stop bone loss may also help reduce the risk of recurrent colon polyps. Do more than just wish for good health. Help keep your bones strong and your colon healthy with Caltrate. Now more than ever, it's never too late for Caltrate.
Headed with itching, flaking, dandruff? You need the Neutrogena T-Gel Power of 3. Unlike ordinary medicated shampoos, T-Gel works on all 3 major scalp conditions. Dermatologists recommended number 1. Stop the itching and flaking. Switch to Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
In case you didn't know, Aleve is the only leading pain reliever that contains the fast-acting form of the medicine found in prescription naproxen, which means people in tough pain may not have to rely on a prescription for relief, when just 2 Aleve have the strength to stop their pain all day without a prescription. After all, Aleve's not a prescription. But nothing else comes closer. Aleve, all day strong, all day long.
35,000 dentists think enough of Crest White Strips to sell them in their offices. 10 million people have tried them. 4 out of 5 would recommend them. Crest White Strips. The secret to a whiter smile is in the strip.
Searching for the best way to treat your heartburn? Well, here's what the medical experts say. A panel from the AGA, the doctors who specialize in heartburn, has concluded the most effective of the non-prescription products is the combination of medicine found only in Pepcid Complete. It's the only one that starts working in seconds and lasts all day or all night. Call and give it a try. Maybe your search is over. Pepcid. Just one and heartburn's done.
In the overseas briefing tonight, 2 items from Pakistan. In Karachi, there was an explosion in a warehouse. Police said that bombs were being made inside. 4 people died, including a man apparently wanted in the murder of the Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl. And near Lahore, in eastern Pakistan, police, supported by the FBI, raided a home and arrested 9 Pakistanis, including 3 naturalized Americans and 2 Canadians, suspected, we are told, of working with Al-Qaeda. We've learned today that one of the FBI's senior agents investigating terrorism is under fire from some of his colleagues. Our investigative unit has been working on this, and here with the details is ABC's Brian Ross. Brian?
That's right, Peter. 3 FBI agents and a former federal prosecutor tell ABC News the FBI is covering up allegations of misconduct against one of its most important agents in the campaign against terrorism. The allegations involve an agent now stationed in Saudi Arabia. Gamal Abdel Hafiz, who works out of the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh, is a Muslim and is accused of undercutting FBI investigations of other Muslims.
He wouldn't have any problems interviewing or recording somebody who wasn't a Muslim, but he could never record another Muslim.
FBI agents John Vincent and Robert Wright, who worked with Abdel Hafiz in a Chicago terrorism case 4 years ago, say unlike all of the FBI's other Muslim agents, this agent refused to secretly tape record a Muslim suspect.
A Muslim doesn't record another Muslim.
right out of his own mouth. 5 of us, 6 of us heard it.
In a statement, FBI headquarters says the Muslim agent had a right to refuse because there were questions about the legality of taping in a mosque. But the Chicago agents say their headquarters is lying, that recording in a mosque was never considered.
All 3 of the assistant United States attorneys said, look, we'll put you in a hotel room, we'll bug it, you don't have to wear the recorder, if that's the issue. And he still said, no, I'll have to tell him the room is bugged and he's being recorded.
And despite a second similar case, the FBI promoted the agent to the critical post in Saudi Arabia, a Muslim country at the center of the investigation into the September 11th attacks.
It's hard to conceive that the FBI would tolerate such behavior by an agent.
At FBI headquarters tonight, an official says the agency was unaware of the allegations before sending the Muslim agent to Saudi Arabia. But the agents we talked with, as well as the former federal prosecutors, say that's not true either, that the FBI was fully aware of the questions about the agent when it put him in such a sensitive position in Saudi Arabia. Peter.
Thanks, Brian. Very unusual. Be more about this, as Brian knows, later this evening on Primetime Thursday. When we come back this evening, the video games that sell violence and sex, which the children love. We'll take a closer look. And at the end of the broadcast tonight, the science of the snowflake. Our Robert Krulwich.
Our soup speaks for itself. Discover the better taste of Progresso.
Bayer would like you to know that American Heart Association research says women over 50 and men over 40 are at a greater risk for a heart attack. Age and other risk factors are why doctors often recommend aspirin. So remember Bayer. Aspirin has been proven to reduce the risk of a heart attack. Only Bayer has both low-strength 81 milligram and Bayer Women's Aspirin Plus Calcium.
Aspirin is not appropriate for everyone, so be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Trust your heart to Bayer.
We're here showing folks how a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch changes regular chops into ranch chops.
It's got pizzazz.
And changes regular bread into ranch bread.
It's better than bread.
Hidden Valley Ranch. This changes everything.
Morning, Joe. New haircut? No. New shoes? No.
Hey, Joe. You been working out?
No.
Hey, Joe. Shave your mustache?
Nope.
You sure that's not a new haircut?
Yes.
Did you just get back from vacation?
No.
Did you get promotion?
No.
Did I?
No.
No.
What's different? He finally asked his doctor about Viagra. Ready to ask your doctor about Viagra for the first time? Find out if a free sample is right for you. To learn more, visit Viagra.com. Ask your doctor and see the difference.
Where will you be when your diarrhea comes back? You should have taken Imodium AD the first time. Don't wait till it's too late.
Is that a waterman bag?
Nice phone. I gotta get a cordless headset. Hold it!
Funny how the holidays turn even the most serious business people into kids again. Consider Office Depot your toy store, because our people know exactly what business people want for the holidays. And we offer a wide variety of gifts at great prices. Office Depot. What you need to know.
Had it with itching, flaking, dandruff? You need the Neutrogena T-Gel Power of 3. Unlike ordinary medicated shampoos, T-Gel works on all 3 major scalp conditions. Dermatologists recommend it number 1. Stop the itching and flaking. Switch to Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
Tomorrow, could what's happened to so many homeowners happen to you? Will your insurance be dropped if you file just one claim? What you need to know on World News Tonight.
We're going to take a closer look tonight at the violent, and some people would certainly argue the demeaning side of a national pastime. By this we mean video games, and the way women are sometimes beaten, sexually exploited, or otherwise mistreated in them. 145 million Americans say they regularly play video games, and today, with people Christmas shopping for them, the National Institute on the Media and the Family has said that many parents are buying these games for their children without knowing what is in them. And as you will see, they can be pretty rough. ABC's Jackie Judd tonight on A Parent's Dilemma.
During this season of goodwill and peace, this is what many children, boys mostly, are hoping to find under their Christmas trees. Video games filled with mayhem. Duke Nukem. Whacked. In the hottest selling game, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Oh yeah, baby.
Points are earned for having sex with a prostitute. Then, more points for killing her.
Yeah.
11-year-old Andrew Creel might get Vice City for Christmas. He often plays an older version of the game at friends' homes.
People are driving bombs into buildings and blowing them up and stuff.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
I've bought Vice City. I don't know if we're giving it to him. My husband thinks maybe we shouldn't give it to him.
Lisa Creel knows in general what the game is about.
But like so many parents, she never really saw it. A survey of 600 parents and teachers showed that only 3% actually were aware of the content, especially the increased violence towards women.
What it does is it contributes to a culture where women are objectified, where women are treated as sexual objects, and in extreme examples, extreme cases, where women are attacked.
But a few academics and feminists now believe video games are a safe way for boys to get out their aggression. Game makers have long argued that playing violent games does not make a person violent.
People who try to scapegoat technology, entertainment, games for crimes are really, I think, making rather fanciful and, frankly, fairly demagogic leaps.
Lisa Creel agrees with that. Still, when she saw Vice City up close,
Okay, that was pretty bad.
she had second thoughts about giving it to Andrew.
It's
You think it's
inappropriate.
going back?
Yeah, it'll probably go back. But he'll still play it.
Not on Christmas morning in his own home, he won't. Jackie Judd, ABC News, Washington.
Well, when we come back, we're going to get gentle. Solving the mystery of the snowflakes. It was a scientist's obsession.
To register for notification of breaking news throughout the day, visit the News Alert page at abcnews.com.
There's Carlina. She has never taken a single sick day, ever.
What's Carlina's secret? Tylenol Cold Severe Congestion. It provides triple action nasal, chest, and head relief. Tylenol Cold.
What have you been up to, Mr. Moneybags?
It's okay. I put it on the credit card.
Those interest charges are going to get us.
Don't worry. It's our new Capital One No Hassle card.
The Capital One No Hassle card has the nation's lowest long-term fixed rates, $0 fraud liability, and no telemarketing.
What's a wallet? What, are you kidding me?
Rodney Dangerfield is mad.
No respect. I tell you, I got no respect at all.
He bought this plastic wrap to keep his fruit salad fresh.
But I can't get it off the roll and onto the boat.
Rodney, you should have bought Glad Cling Wrap. Glad unrolls smooth and easy and clings tight when you need it to.
Unrolls easy?
Yep.
And clings tight?
Every time.
Okay, honey. Make Rodney glad.
It's yours. Don't get mad. Get Glad. Look for free holiday baking gifts inside Glad Cling Wrap and other specially marked Glad products.
A report in a leading medical journal recognizes the link between vitamins and the reduced risk of chronic diseases and recommends all adults take one multivitamin daily. So take Centrum today, always complete from A to Zinc.
Well, when I got hurt and missed work, glad I had supplemental insurance.
Supplemental insurance? What's that?
Aflac. Well, even the best insurance doesn't give you cash to cover things like lost pay, other expenses. This does.
What does?
Aflac. Should ask about it at work.
Really? And what's it called?
Aflac!
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Aflac!
Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. Gotta go.
If you've always got to go, ask your doctor about Detrol LA. It's been proven effective for overactive bladder.
Anyone need a break?
Not right now.
You shouldn't take it if you have stomach, urinary, or glaucoma problems. The most common side effects are dry mouth, constipation, abdominal pain, and headache.
And I don't have to go right now.
Detrol LA, when you've always got to go.
Thousands of Portland students ditched class to fight for their education. Up next, the cuts that have them protesting. Also at 6:30, Portland is closer than ever to getting a big league team. An inquiry from Major League Baseball. And don't lock your luggage or pack any food. Some of the new rules for holiday travelers next on K2.
Courage, bravery, nerve, heroism. 2002. Who's the hero of the year? Watch Good Morning America tomorrow to find out. You'll be surprised.
Finally tonight, the snow. The weather forecasters say that a lot of places in the country probably won't have a white Christmas this year. Of course, some never do. But we're in the mood for snow. In fact, having seen all the snow falling in the Sierra Nevadas and being skiers, we're positively jealous. So ABC's Robert Krulwich was around today with an idea that he thought would at least make us feel better. Or actually, maybe worse.
So it's that time of year, snow time. And one of the great mysteries about snow is that if you look closely at a snow crystal, almost always it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 facets. Sometimes they're fat, sometimes they're skinny, sometimes they're gorgeous, but why are there 6? One of the greatest scientists who ever lived, Johannes Kepler, wrote a book describing the sexangula, that is the 6-cornered snowflake. The French philosopher René Descartes wondered, why 6? And when Robert Hooke invented an early microscope in the 1660s, one of the first things that he examined, here are his doodles, were snowflakes. And again, he kept seeing 6 sides because it turns out the atomic structure of a water crystal is a prism with, count 'em, 6 sides. And once a crystal starts to float through the air to form a snowflake, it is sticky. It attracts moisture, especially at the 6 corners of the molecule that jut out just a little bit. That is where the snowflake catches moisture and grows, which means when you look up into a snowy, snowy sky, each snowflake is telling you a story.
The beautiful ones say, look, I started in a cold place, then I went to a dry place, then I went to a wet place. Each time I changed shape, so now look at me. I have led a very interesting life. But when you see a snowflake that's shaped like, I don't know, a hood ornament, that snowflake is saying, I was born here, then I landed on your nose. Nothing happened to me.
So the next time it snows on you, remember that every snowflake is showing you its life story. And a really beautiful snowflake has done more and seen more than all the other snowflakes. Robert Krulwich, ABC News.
So there. Tomorrow on the broadcast, an ABC News investigation, the fighter pilots on drugs who made a terrible mistake. I'm Peter Jennings. Good night.
This has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. ABC News, now traveling to all 50 states in 50 weeks in search of America.
Tonight, a family's dream cruise vacation, a late-night disco party, and the beautiful young daughter they haven't seen since. How far would you go? How much would you pay? And who could you trust to find the missing daughter you love? Primetime tonight.
Now on K2 News at 6:30. Thousands of Portland students cut class to protest funding cuts. Tonight, their message to the district. Plus, Portland's in the running to become the new home of the Montreal Expos. Is now the time for the city to fork out $350 million for Major League Baseball. And why big changes at Portland International Airport are going to force you to change the way you pack.
Live at 6:30, K2 News with Paul Lindman, Steve Dunn, and exclusive microcast weather with Rob Marciano. K2 and you, the spirit of the Northwest.
Good evening, and first on 2 tonight, state legislators have tried and failed. Now students with Portland Public Schools are hoping their calls for more money are heard.
Today, hundreds of students across the district took their message to the streets, speaking out against losing spring sports and sacrificing education to save money. K2's Amy Clark was there and brings us the story.
By cutting classes, these Lincoln High students are hoping to avoid budget cuts. Legislators have tried and failed.